Good morning and welcome to my writing life. Let's get to it. As I mentioned previously, I have bipolar 2. Even though it is fairly well managed, it's still a thing. I have had a difficult time recording a video this past week and a half because there has not been a day on which I did not have puffy eyes from crying. Bipolar is... The majority of the time I'm fairly stable. I still have those moments. My illness is impacting my life. So I've been very frustrated with my limits this week. The subtitle for today's video is Scripts Have Failed Me. So we're gonna just kind of wing it and I'm gonna share some cool information that I got from this week. Started a new book on Sunday. I think I have it. Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. To call this book dense would be an understatement. It's like the pressure of the Earth's core in psychological terminology. Now, I typically consume texts by audiobook, but this thing is so dense. I actually do recommend the hard copy format if that is beneficial to you. Obviously, if you're better with audiobook, go for it. This book is based off the work by Daniel Kahneman and his friend Amos Tversky. Kahneman received the Nobel Prize in economics regarding this work. He would have shared that would have been between him and Amos had Amos not passed away a few years before the receipt of that award, which just sucks. He talks about the relationship and how beneficial it is to work with someone else and how the collaborative process between them was never anything more than two extremely curious minds playing off of each other with just silly, curious questions. And I love that, and I have relationships like that in my life when it comes to collaboration. So I really appreciated that aspect of his introduction. Forrest, will you please sit down? Please. The foundation of the text is the idea that our decision-making center is basically broken down into two separate systems. Forrest, it's okay. Oh, hey, script delivery, yeah. Thank you.
Welcome.
I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I have a script. Maybe this won't be so terrible. System 1 is the intuitive system. It's designed to jump to conclusions and take you through automated, routine-type decisions with a smooth, rapid pace. Driving your car, walking down the street, signing your name. System 2 is your rational system, which moves slower, is more methodical, and this is where you're capable of doing the deep work, flow, or cognitively demanding tasks that require more complexity. This is where you learn mathematics and statistics. What I find fascinating about this is that language is part of the intuitive system and math is not intuitive. Now, obviously we all have some sort of feels about math and language and how difficult it was for us as individuals to pick up those particular things. However, language is dynamic and it constantly fluctuates and moves. The Oxford English Dictionary is my favorite place to look up words because it has a history of the verbiage. Over time, words will have a meaning and that meaning will gradually change, and then sometimes the word will actually flip and have the complete opposite meaning. Would you believe I can't think of a great example of this off the top of my head? And yet, the number one is the number one and will be the number one and continues to be the number one. When it was discovered, it was, the number one. Obviously, I don't know as much about mathematics as I do language, so I don't want to oversimplify because obviously math is a complex subject. But I personally find it hilarious that even though there are static principles and constants in math, and language is this fluid, dynamic, crazy all over the place system, language is the intuitive one. That just seems weird to me. I don't know. That's me making an intuitive judgment about what should and should be in the intuitive system. Anyway, moving on. The most exciting aspect of this, in my opinion, is that the intuitive system adapts over time. Think of a moment where you've been watching a movie, John Wick or something like that, where you have this character who has a very, very high level of skill in any particular thing. They react reflexively, automatically disarm the guy and kick his ass and put him on the floor. That's a real thing. People are capable of developing skills through thinking and work that they put in effort in System 2 and develop and train their intuition and their intuitive system to the point where the skills become reflexive. I love that idea. This is where you get the chess player who's walking through the park and he sees a game and just reflexively calls out the next move that would win the game. This is the point of skills development that I want to get to, and it's fun to watch this take place in people's lives. There are so many more applications and ideas in this text. We're not scratching the surface. I'm only a third of the way through this book, and there is so much more to it. Go get you some. Like, you need to go to the library and check it out. I'm sure you can pick it up at the bookstore. It's fairly new. I don't know when it came out. All I know is that I love it, and you need to read it. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Today was a very rambly day. Scripts have failed me. I've written thousands of words this week, and none of them seem to work out. So I apologize for the rambling, and at the same time, kind of not sorry, because I have limitations and I live within them this week. I have some cool stuff coming up. I've got tons of ideas for the channel I'm super excited about. We're going to be getting ready for Preptober coming up pretty soon here. I don't know if I'm going to put up a video next week. My beloved and I are celebrating our 15-year wedding anniversary. Wow, I feel kind of old. But like, that's cool because we're growing old together and that was the goal. Anyway, because it's our anniversary, I might not take the time to make a video. I've got a lot of things I want to do this week. I want to take a little bit of time to like slow down and just think about what I want to do with the channel, because I've just been running since I started it. So that's it, and thank you for hanging out with me. I will catch you next time. Bye! Scripts have failed me! I apologize, my dog is just gonna walk around today. I don't know what's going on. I've tried.
You find a cool place to hang out? Hey, treats for you. Nom nom nom. Thanks for finally mellowing and finding a place to lay down.